Good morning. I feel like we're in a prequel to V for Vendetta. I feel like we are currently living through 1984. I feel like we are only 20 years away from I have no mouth, but I need to scream is going to be an actual thing. Now, all these things that I've referenced, if you haven't read V for Vendetta or 1984 or any of these other dystopian sci fi books, probably should. It's a little bit too accurate currently. And it seems that because our government is run and supported by a bunch of anti-social tech shrills who want to essentially redefine society under some mashing between humanity and technology, and like they're the type of people who, like, do you remember those geeks who you were like, man, I hope these guys never become millionaires or wealthy or rich because they're going to try to redefine society based on their anti-social and non-adaptive skills, and they're going to adapt society to them. It's happened. It's happened. I don't know under what guise or reason to why we gave tech bros so much power, but if you spend any time with these people, you'll realize that they're a bunch of weirdos, and they have none of your good intentions at heart. I saw a video of this Palantir guy being like, "Oh, if you don't support me, you're an idiot. Don't you know that I'm here to help you?" And it's like, dude, you have bought into the Western industrial complex because you are a greedy, antisocial weirdo. Okay. If you understood what your technology is going to do in the future, aside from making you a ton of money and building up your ego, right, which doesn't really exist, right? I'm a psychologist. Let me just tell you, right, the way that you're self-identifying is probably false, right? Is going to hurt society. I wake up in the morning, I look at my phone. I don't even get the same dopamine um, reaction like I used to 5 years ago, right? Like, I'm so conditioned to technology, I'm not even impressed anymore. I'm not even impressed, or the part of my brain that's supposed to be like, this is dangerous, doesn't even turn on anymore, right? It just doesn't. I think that's a problem. I don't get the same input and output like I used to. I feel like I've been conditioned to staring at a screen that gives me nothing but advertisements and telling people to buy courses and to use the very little amount of money I have saved to putting it to somewhere else. That's all it feels like. It's like sex advertising, business advertising, and just spam is what technology feels like. It doesn't feel like it's actually here to help me, right? And the technology that's supposed to be helping me is helping the United States government blow up children or track me or steal my data and destroy the environment using data farms, right? It's like, what happened to this idea that like technology wasn't supposed to be like obsolete every few years? It was supposed to be for the person. It was supposed to be a tool to help you tap into your humanity so you could spend less time working and more time being a person. Like, I know the excuses are maybe this is a transitional period, but it's not. It's not. It's robbing people of their joy and their time and their happiness. And we have allowed these tech bros to lobby into every part of our society, and it's just eroding it completely. Like I said, this is like a prequel to V for Vendetta that I have right over here. Read for V for Vendetta and you'll be like, oh my god, this is a little bit too close to home. And the tech bros are the ones who are driving us right towards that like point of no return. They're the ones who are flipping open Pandora's box and being like, AI, I wonder what you can do. I'm flabbergasted. I'm absolutely fadingeldorfed. That's not even a term. And I feel, and I know, because feelings are a little bit misleading when it comes to coming to logical conclusions, but I know for a fact that my phone breaks are easier than it used to. I have an attention span of a fly with ADHD. I love movies. I love movies. That's only a very small amount of my movie collection. And back in the day, I used to watch 4 back-to-back movies easy. It wasn't a problem. Nowadays, it feels like I'm like itching to like, I gotta go check this. I gotta go look at this. It's like I've been conditioned to constantly being on alert for things that no longer hit when it gives me the dopamine satisfaction. It doesn't. It really doesn't. And it's concerning me because I have a great attention span and it's affecting me. And I'm going to be honest about that. And I don't even know what to do about it aside from like trying to just be off social media, which is really hard because being a millennial, I barely can connect with somebody my own age on a healthy basis. Like I kind of need social media to not feel like I'm a completely alone shrill in my own house because I either work too much. I kind of live in the middle of nowhere, so it's not like I can walk around. Most of my friends aren't around me, right? I'm at that weird like millennial Gen Z point of like how I don't have enough human connection. So social media helps to a degree, but now I got to set up like straight borders for that because it can be overwhelming. I don't doom scroll to be honest, but I understand why people do, and it's just a condition of this sick society that we're in right now. Billionaire tech bros, anti-social shrills, psychopathic money hoarders are the ones who are influencing our government, influencing our society. Young people are killing themselves at a high rate, unaliving themselves. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that, right? But it's due to the fact that it seems like we have a bunch of nincompoop idiots who have allowed to give power to a bunch of people who you never should have gave power to. Never, right? It's ruined our movies, right? Because these companies are being lobbied by these same exact people to, oh, don't worry about, writing real life narratives and good plots and stories. Just tech it up and be a little preachy and make it seem like the whole process, the whole artistic process should be systematic and methodological and all this other stuff. It has eroded the arts. It's eroded tech in itself with obsoletism. It's eroded our perception of what technology is supposed to be. I didn't even know I was going to go on a rant about this, but someone has to stop these people, really, because they get their hands into every little thing, make these mistakes. They don't have to deal with any of the mistakes or any of the repercussions that they're bequeathing to society. Like, look at Elon Musk. He did the whole Doge thing. It blew up. He just went away. Whatever. Ruined people's educational benefits. Cut this, cut that. DEI. We don't want DEI. This. We're going to cut all the funding. And then and then there's no explanation behind it. They don't deal with any consequences. They're a bunch of weirdos. And I think I need to be honest about it. Where I think they're a cancer to our society. Frankly, I don't think they're adding anything anymore. And then you look at their manufacturing internationally, and it's like breaking all types of human rights violations, right? Go to Fox Court, people are jumping off of buildings because they're in this like indentured slavitude because of credit and loans and interest and everything else like that. Just to keep people staring on their phones and feeling like they don't have any more purpose aside from their 9 to 5, and then their 5 to 9 on their phones and trying to not even integrate within their families or anything else. It's adding to mental illness. It's adding to dissatisfaction. It's adding to complacency, laziness. There's a lack of discipline in our society now. Like, what are we doing allowing some of these people to have so much power? They already have money, but now we're giving them power. We're giving them a voice when really they shouldn't have one. I'll go on and say it. They don't have the principles or the character to have this much of an audience and this much power. It's absolute buffoonery. It's complacency at its highest level, and they're adding to the degeneration of our society 100%. There's nothing wrong with technology, but technology is supposed to enhance your life as a human being. It's supposed to make your life easier, not just make you feel secure, right? If technology is supposed to help you with security and safety, it's going to probably enslave you, right? I've learned that from a lot of narratives, right? It's supposed to be a tool that you can control, that you can turn on and off if you would like to, respectively, to help you deal with your daily tasks and help you spend more time with your friends and family, not separate you guys, not make it hard to communicate, not make it doom scrolling on your phone while you're supposed to be having dinner with your friends, or it's you're at this point where you have communicative deficits because you don't know how to communicate with people. You don't even know how to hit on a hot girl because you never had to, because you've always been Snapchatting and DMing and everything else. We've eroded society with our technology. We're in the prequel to a lot of sci-fi dystopian narratives, and nobody seems to be stopping it. Nobody seems to be saying, hey, we're going in a wrong direction. Pandora's box is opening and we need to close it. And also AI is crazy. Just AI is just crazy. Okay. Just straight up crazy. Damn. Wish I had more time. I don't.